Hello and welcome to another edition of Kickstarter Talk. Today is December 13th, 2017. Get some indie comics for Christmas gifts. And we're going to show you the indie comics that you can get on Kickstarter right now. My name is Mr. Anderson. I am the voice of Written Sins. As always, we start the show these days with Kickstarter Last Rites. These are the Kickstarters running out of time. The Lightning Wielder only has 20 hours to go, but I know that you guys can make them bring this. You guys can help bring this project to life and to launch off of Kickstarter. We're going to check out more about Lightning Wielder in a few minutes, called Saw. We're going to check out Argo 5, which we had the creator on our show yesterday for Kickstarter Talk Last Rites. He explained a little bit more about the comic, and we were just amazed by it. We're so happy to have him on the show, and I'm happy to announce that they've reached their goal at this point. We're going to talk more about Argo 5 in just a few minutes. Vegas Baby is going strong on Kickstarter. We're going to check it out. Time is still available for you to be part of this amazing Kickstarter. And then we're going to go over to our Kickstarter talk list, which they are separated now because we do the other show, but this is the show, and we're going to start it off with, of course, explaining what $1 can do. $1 can show support, attract attention, help fund projects, support indie creators, and help create new worlds. We're going to check out The Veteran's Wife today and see what they're up to. We're going to see how Niobe's Broken Kiss is faring on Kickstarter. We're going to talk more about Blackjack, issue 1. We're going to talk about James and the New World Order as it unfolds on Kickstarter. We're going to talk about the amazing project of Josh Dahl on Kickstarter called Rapid City. We're going to talk about the amazingness behind it. We're going to take a look at the R4AU patch and show how you can support autism awareness. We're going to take a walk with the Dreamwalkers. And we're going to go see something about the 1920s in the Dragon Trolls Chronicle. The Silent Descendants are not going to be so silent on this show as we show you great reasons to back this. And on a faraway platform known as Kickstarter, posted not so long ago, Star Claus gains pledges daily. We're going to check out what Star Claus is, and I know everyone's excited for the new Star Wars movie. Perfect timing. The Globalists are now on Kickstarter, but only until January 20th, and Victoria Black is going to get some love from us. And as always, if you are one of us, you're an advocate for indie comics, and that means that you are the support system for creators, and you share things, and you do amazing things like talk about the actual comics on your actual Facebook page and your social media platforms. So with that in mind, why not join us by joining our group, signing up for our YouTube channel, join us on Twitter and Instagram, and also join our Facebook page. Now, a cool thing about our Facebook group is if you post something, we know about it, it comes on our site. There's very few things that don't. It's an amazing opportunity for you guys. That's what we want to know about, what you're doing, so we can talk about it on the site. Normally, we've been doing this Kickstarter talk using This Week in Indie Comics, which we've been pushing, which has actually been quite successful so far. People seem to be able to use it a little bit better. We tried the other one just to remind you that we do have the stronger, longer list. We're going to probably continue to use this week after week, but I just wanted to show that list as we hadn't shown it in a month. And I wanted to make sure everyone knows it's still there. And yes, some people do ask us if they can have the link to bookmark it. And we absolutely do give the bookmark link to help people be able to stay up with what's new on Kickstarter that we're covering. We're going to jump right in. We're going to talk about Saw. XOB, we found out yesterday through the creator who was in our chat room that it's actually based on an Asian, I'd have to go back and I don't know exactly the area, but some Asian territory, which is actually where this character comes from. So we're going to take a look at Saw the Lightning Wielder. Any day now. And are we going to have a video today? There we go.
Hi, my name is Kyron Silva. Earlier this year, I successfully launched my first Kickstarter, Shaman's Destiny. And with your help, we were able to bring that to life. But now I'm back with my next epic tale, Saw the Lightning Wielder. The concept for Saw is based on Hmong folklore. For the past few years, I've been planning, developing, and researching everything I can to make this series outstanding. This book is designed to be an ongoing series of twists and turns around every corner, action, and tons of suspense. The series stars Tracy Lord, an overworked and underpaid college student who is struggling with her life while trying to help her widowed mother support the family. Things get even tougher on Tracy when she finds out that she has the power of Saw, an ancient force who can control lightning and wield the magical axe. It will be up to Tracy to use the powers that she has inherited to stop the evil Lord Eclipse and his army from escaping the Shadow Realm and returning to ours to wreak havoc. Saw is the first superhero action series from Big Tree Comics. It's written and created by myself, with line art from David Jackson, colors by King Bola, and lettering done by Nikki Powers. Now, my team has already started work on the first issue. Our goal is to get these books into your hand as fast as possible. You might even say we're going to get to you as fast as lightning. Along with this gorgeous book, there will be Kickstarter exclusive rewards, like a pinup gallery by indie creators, an option of different prints, and even a variant cover drawn by myself and inked by Larry Haynes from Joe Sean Somewhere. There will also be an option to get a print of model Christy Chaw cosplaying as Saw, and so much more. But we can't get there without your help. Please check out all the rewards below and pledge if possible. Thank you, and have a great day. Music provided by The Music of Chris Jones. Check his work out at tmocj.com.
We got to spend some time yesterday talking about this amazing project. While I have the project up, I can actually talk about it as we're listening to some music from the creators. You guys can see the art is fantastic in this. It definitely looks like a tale beyond imagination, full of imagination. Say not beyond, but full of imagination. I love the axe. Maybe it's the Viking in me, but I love the lightning axe. And I like the way that the different artists have interpreted Saw, which is pretty cool. Hoods seem to be in fashion with characters, so that was kind of cool to see Daniel wearing a hood as well. He is the sidekick in this. Now, we talked about more about this on Kickstarter Talk Last Rites yesterday. I do encourage you guys to check it out. Unfortunately, we do have to move on, but do check out Last Rites for full information about this Kickstarter. And we're going to move on to Argo 5. There it goes. Someone must be playing PlayStation in my neighborhood. So now my internet signal is slower. Now, we had this creator on the show yesterday, which was very cool. He got to explain some more stuff about the actual Kickstarter, which I thought was really great of him to take the time to do. I'm so happy to see that it's funded now. And if this will play, we'll get to see. There we go. Let me turn up the volume for you. music. They actually have the license. And that's kind of important for this show, is to have the license. But what I also want to point out about this is the creator himself. Now, these are the actual titles you're going to get, and some of the amazing covers that they've had. The creator went and watched this program and actually went ahead and he actually listened to my suggestion about adding a bigger video. And I think that definitely helped him. Because I think a lot of times we make these videos, and the one problem with a video, and I say this a lot, it's not that people don't like videos, it's that, you know, a video with music, it's usually in something that's pretty established. When you're not so established, remember, you're trying to explain something that's new. I mean, if you're in your 5th comic book, I understand using just a music track, but if you're in your first couple comics, or if you're introducing yourself for the first time, in this case, to Kickstarter, you really should have more of an informational packet about it. And this creator, Dan, did a great job of that. Made a wonderful video that I thought really covered it. It's not his main video, which is kind of cool because you get that quick video and then you're like, I want to know more. And then he has that amazing, amazing video that he did. And I was so happy to have him on the show yesterday. And I'm so glad that he's officially funded as of today. Well, he's not officially funded. There's still time, 48 hours, but he has made his funding goal. Very thrilled for him, very happy for him. Great creator. And we're just going to take another quick sneak peek at some of the different art. This is some different characters you guys can see down here that have been, some of them have been gender bent, obviously, but they are from the various artists on the project. Some cool Kickstarter rewards. Check it out today. Let's talk about Vegas Baby. And it's Vegas Baby Strong. We're gonna see now. Here's one of those moments where I have to play narrator because the creator has, and I have to preset this. The creator has used in this a video that would definitely be a copyright infringement issue. And I've gotten to date 6 notices from YouTube about it and 2 notices from Facebook. Kickstarter allows it, I get it, but for in this purposes, it's very hard. Now, what I'm going to do is I actually have something set up. Knowing that this was going to happen, I've come with a solution now. When I know a video, oh, wait, what is this?
Baby, Architect of the Improbable.
Oh, wait. I think this is new.
As a brief little rundown on the character right quick, so you can kind of know a little bit more about him. Vegas is, if I have to describe an archetype for him, it's hard for me to really compare him to any one superhero. Just to tell you about my inspiration for the character, I would say he's kind of a mix between Riddick, if you've seen those Vin Diesel movies, and Doctor Who, you know, with that type of intelligence. So he has a Riddick personality, but then Doctor Who intelligence. Vegas is a character that appeared one night in the streets of Las Vegas as a baby, Terminator style, and he was found and raised by a woman on the streets of Las Vegas, and he became pretty much a child of the city, which is why he got his name, Vegas Baby. He doesn't have any wet powers, and he does have maybe one weapon that he created himself, which is a glove that he wears on his hand. And with that glove, how it basically works, if any of my fellow nerds out there have ever seen Star Trek, his glove works like a Star Trek replicator, where he can pretty much create or manifest any weapon, tool, or object he desires that he needs to get the job done. He can also, to some capacity, use it like a Green Lantern ring to make solid-like constructs and things of that nature. And then the only thing that really limits the power of the glove is his own imagination, which again is why he's called himself the Architect of the Improbable. During the course of these 4-issue story arcs, what you're going to see is Vegas Baby get hired to retrieve a gem for someone because he tends to get bored, you know, being one of the smartest men on the planet. So he does side work from time to time. He goes to get this gem from this guy to get this thing that somebody hired him to get. All hell breaks loose, and it ends up being a rough night for him because he actually ends up taking his contract out on a man named Douglas Moore, who was a member of one of the most powerful and wealthy crime families in Las Vegas. So because of what happens in the first issue, it snowballs to where the other members of the Moore family aren't too happy with Vegas once they found out that he was the one who assaulted their casino and took what he took from the brother. And it pretty much creates a whole long night that you're going to see unfold through the course of the whole 4 issues in terms of the repercussions and how things go forward with Vegas and how things go forward with the object that he ended up stealing and how important that really is at the grand scheme of things, a little bit more than he may have recognized. So I want to thank you all for your support and your time. I really hope you guys enjoy the comic, enjoy the the imagery I have on there. I feel like we're just getting started. We have a lot of things coming from Kid. I'm really excited to do more crossovers with other members of the Powerverse and just other indie creators that are willing to team up. So thanks for your time, everybody. Just remember, the kid in you never dies, and stay powerful.
We're talking mind over matter.
Okay, I don't know if that's an officially sanctioned song with copyrights, but I gotta say, I love that video. I've been doing this particular project on the show now for 3 or 4 weeks, and I didn't have the understanding that I now have about this character, thanks to that video. And that gave me some, just amazing insight. I mean, knowing that the kid was from the past, the Vegas baby, how he gets to the name, his story arc, like, I mean, it definitely brought that character down to a human being level and stopped making him just a superhero. So just congratulations to the creator. Just a fantastic job on upping your game, making this a more down-to-earth project. Like, it really resonates with you. So when you just hear music, your imagination goes and you have to kind of make things up as you go. To hear this story, and that's what writers do, they craft these amazing stories. To hear that was so amazing. This is a kids comics and Powerverse team up for this, and it's fantastic, and you definitely should check it out. They are officially funded, but they could still use your support. Remember, $1 goes a long way to making the 137 backers go higher. And remember, 137 sounds good, but if everyone who watched this video gave $1, he'd have 200 backers. Doesn't that sound better? So make sure to do that, and also share. We're going to give them some love for that amazing new video. We're definitely going to share it on Facebook, because that's what I like seeing. I like seeing a creator talking about their creation, and you can hear the passion in it, and you can hear the gears going when he's talking about the character, and he knows more than he's letting on, and you can hear that pause in the moment, like, what can I tell them, and what shouldn't I tell them? So that's always fascinating. I always tell people before we do a Spoken Sins, I'm going to try to get you to get tripped up, and if you do, that's on you, not on me. So I've warned you. Now here I come. Let's check out, speaking of what's coming up next, and keep your minds out of the gutter. I know where that can go. Remember, it's 2017. We can't talk about sex anymore. We're going to talk about Niobe and the Burp and Kiss, a actual creator who said that he's bringing sexy back. Speaking of that, with Niobe for the Burp and Kiss. And this is definitely one of those that has music that I cannot play, so you're going to get to hear me narrating this. Luckily, I know this project pretty well. All right, let's see if we can get this to play. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this all started back, I think, last year, and it started out as Niobe. And this is a creator who's not shy about what he's putting out. He likes the fact that his character is sexual. He doesn't have a problem with the fact that she's okay with her body. And I think that's kind of cool. I mean, you don't see that. And there's a bunch about sexuality on covers and all that this year. But he also happens to deliver a story, and it happens to be part of the story. And in that regard, I got to say, I think he's doing it right, because that's who his character are. I've known girls who don't have a problem with their body. They love to show it off. They love to be who they are, and they're not afraid to be who they are. And, you know, that means sometimes wearing just very sexualized outfits. And they like that. They enjoy that. And I think that this is the type of character we see in this, and she's a rock star. And if you think about all the rock stars out there, you know rock stars are not shy people by nature. It's actually the reverse. And of course, it's the great team. Steve, it's someone I consider a friend, and I'm definitely looking forward to working with Steve. One day, me and Steve already talked about it. One day, me and Steve are going to work together. We haven't figured out how or where or when, but we are definitely going to work together. It is an amazing group of creators. I mean, I agree with them. Bring sexy back, man. I'm all for that. I have no problem with women being dressed any way they want or us showing it in fantasy. I think that I'm kind of, and I'm going to be doing this month, I'm going to be doing something about sexuality in comics. And one of the things I wanted to touch upon is that when you're doing, the one thing I don't like is covers, and I'll admit it, I don't like covers that are sexualized that had nothing to do with the story. I understand the use. I'm not going to say that people are wrong for it, but at least you have to understand that that's who you are, that you're going to be using something sexual, and you also have to understand it's misleading to the reader, and you're going to wind up hurting your brand by doing stuff like that too often. I know Marvel and DC do it, but they also kind of try to work it in a lot of times to the story. They just over-sexualize the cover, which again, it's fantasy, and I don't have a problem with them over-sexualizing it. As long as it's done tastefully, and I'm going to have to do a whole show about what tasteful is versus not tasteful and give you my take on it. But I can say Niobe, I think, is handled correctly. I've had some people on the last Niobe that we covered, we got a nasty gram about the cover of this one right here. Someone had said that no woman would ever dress like that. And as the creator of Fetish Babies, I can tell you that that's categorically wrong. I've known women who wear outfits like that. So, sorry. The only thing I will say is that, and no offense, guys, the boots don't match the outfit. I'm just saying the boots are the wrong color. That's something my wife told me when she saw that picture. First thing she said, the boots are the wrong color for the outfit. So they're guilty of a fashion faux pas. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And we've gotten to this point in a culture where people are expecting everyone to adhere to this set of rules. And as creators, we don't see rules. We create what we want to create. That's just what we do. You know, creators got to create, man. And that's what this is about, creating something and not being shy about it. And I mean, if it's not your thing, that's fine. It's not your thing, but let's not act like this isn't really what people want. There are a lot of people who do want this. Not everyone, but a lot of people who want this. So I give him credit, man. He's not shy about it. He's in your face about, this is my character and this is how I want to do my character. And he defends it, and I give him credit. My hat off to you, Larry. Actually, I didn't tag Larry in this. I should have actually tagged him while we were talking. But I mean, I am very happy with the energy that he seems to put in. And I'm very, you know, thankful for his continued support of our site, because he gets it. We've talked about, because he has Niobe and I have Fetish Babies, and there's shit to be gotten for both titles. So it's nice to talk to someone who kind of gets it. But we're going to move on now to something a little more serious. We're going to talk about The Veteran's Wife. The Veteran's Wife is a Facebook group which is doing an online auction right now to help out charities. I don't know. Oh, Larry's here. Hey, Larry, we were just talking about how amazing your project was. We're on to the Veteran's Wife site. But if you have anything you want me to add, let me know. I'll call back up your actual Kickstarter, and we'll go over it. Let me know if there's any insight you can add in today. Niobe is serious. I was just telling them that it's not a joke. In the sexuality, I was giving you credit. I thought sexuality in the use of your book was done well, and I thought it was done, like we've talked about that, how I have Fetish Babies, and using sexuality shouldn't be something evil, but it's turned into something evil now, and it's kind of hard to battle against that, because the people who like to make noise about it just like to make noise. There you go. See, there's no sex in the covers, but the character's okay with her dressing that way, right? That's something you had said. Kind of like Grimm fairy tales. There you go. So if you write anything else, Larry, I'll be right back to read it to them. But I'm going to talk about the Amazing Veterans Wife. So these guys wind up giving away tickets throughout the year. They help find veterans who've gone missing. They do patriotic volunteer applications. And they're doing the online charity right now, which can help to, the proceeds are going to help a military family and veterans families to have a Merry Christmas. So, and they give away tickets to Comic-Con. So it's definitely something to check out. It's definitely something to like and follow and see if maybe you can help some veterans out today. Just one more note from Larry. Larry had said that she is a pop star. Of course, she's going to be sexy. And that's kind of what we were saying a few minutes ago, that I don't know any pop star who suddenly shies. So I completely agree with that. And Amanda Hopper says she can't wait till the next issue. Well, Amanda, make sure that you're sharing Niobe so we can get that next issue. It's all about making sure that everyone on social media is aware of it. And, you know, Larry's a great creator. He's a great guy to support. I don't know why I'm having such lag time today on my computer. Oh, there it goes. So, yeah, I mean, I'm always a fan of creators who aren't afraid to be creative. And I give Larry a lot of credit for that. I think he stands up for what he believes in, and he's not ashamed of making the comic the way he wants to make the comic. And I always like to see that. And as you guys can see, this is not loading properly. There we go. And there's Niobe. Even her outfit, those are realistic outfits, at least in the subculture I belong to. I've seen outfits like that worn by women. But we do have to move on. Larry, thank you for stopping by. We're going to move on to Blackjack. Now, full disclosure, this is an adult comic book, so if you're a 13-year-old or 14-year-old or 15-year-old, 16 or 17-year-old, please leave the room and come back in about 10 minutes. Okay, I don't remember if Bob had told me if this was an okay song, if they had the rights for it, but I'm just going to turn it off just to, you know, sign on the error of caution. She wears a see-through dress. That's kind of badass. And let me tell you, man, I'll be honest. I love the 90s for all the see-through shit that was going on, man. I miss the see-through. I hope your comic brings it back. You got a museum creator, and that every time I see that picture, it reminds me of a girl I knew. You got Becca, who's abused and broken. You got Elisa, who's a day-walking vampire, loves action, adventures, and clothes. You got Queen Brianna, leader of the New York Vampire Coven for over 500 years. But least but not least is Bob, the museum security guard, who's in love with Viola. Issue 1 is 100% complete, so there's no risks here. And we're going to go over this. And once again, if you're under the age of 18, now is the time to leave, because we're going to talk about adult things and about sexuality. And Niobe and this are just back to back by date. I didn't do it on purpose, but these have some amazing rewards. I am very thrilled by the art in this as a fan. I forgot which cover I got, but I know I went back and forth. Now, this is one of those times where sexuality in a cover makes sense because this is for adults. So if you're not an adult or you have a problem with sexuality, or if you have a problem with women nudity, this is probably not the project for you. And the creator definitely lets people know about that. I am curious about what that is right there, if that's something on purpose. I guess we'll have to wait and see. The art in it's fantastic. It's been 3 years in the making. Obviously, you guys can see you get different rewards here. I can't wait till we get into a Kickstarter last rights, because then I can talk to it in a bigger, expanded way. But for now, you know, I give them credit because this is right from the go. They admit this is for adults. and this is about a fantasy. And it's all about creating. And like Larry Higgins just said, and I'm going to go over here to make sure I can quote him right. If you're going to make comics, you do it your way. If you're going to make comics based on what you think others want, you are in trouble. You got to keep going with the original vision. I completely agree with that. I am 100% behind what you just said there, Larry. And I say that all the times. It was like, even with my comics, and people are like, well, what if someone doesn't like it? I was like, so? And it's not like an arrogant thing. It's more like, I didn't make it for people. I made it for me. And that I really think that if I make comics for myself, other people will like it, because I think that I'm a good creator, and I think I write original stories. And when you read something I wrote, you're going to be like, wow, I didn't see that coming. And that's kind of strong and powerful or moving or funny, if that's what I'm writing. And it's all genuine. Recently, someone had, I think it was Marcel Dupree, posted, would you work for Marvel and DC? Be honest. And I said, honestly, it would depend on the gig, because I know a lot of creators get shoehorned into doing like Captain America Nazi, and it's weird, and I wouldn't want to do that. So I would also want a good amount of creative control, because the good thing about indie comics, I've gotten used to just doing whatever I wanted. Granted, I do listen to people. I'm not like, you know, even Eminem has someone that tells him when things are off the chain. So I do have people I trust to like go over things, and I have editors, and I have, you know, friends read my work to make sure. But I mean, I dig it, man. I have no problem with sexuality. I think sexuality can be playful. I think it's something, when done right, is a powerful thing. Some people do it wrong. Some people do treat things very cheaply, but I can honestly say I don't think this is it. Larry said, I would, but I would want full control. LOL. Marvel. Let me see. I don't think that it actually shows there. I would. Here it is. I would want full control. LOL. Menard will never give me that to me, but writing Magic or Emma Frost, that would be cool. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, you want, as a creator, you want it's like being a quarterback. You want the football. You want to take it in. And that's what I would want. I wouldn't want to work for Marvel or DC and get a story I hated, or create characters I wouldn't want to create. Not that I wouldn't take the challenge, but there are certain ones, like I couldn't write Squirrel Girl. I don't know enough about her. I've never been that interested in her. I heard that she apparently could kill the whole Marvel universe, and I'm just, it's not me. I'm not impressed by that. I'm sorry, I'm not. Squirrel Girl does nothing for me. Although now that AT&T girl is going to be the Squirrel Girl, I am interested in it, because she's got a smart-ass sense of humor that I've seen in some of the stuff she did for College Humor, I think. But either way, sometimes it's okay to let go and not be like everyone else. And I think that's what's cool about Blackjack and Niobe. And even James versus the New World Order. I got to give credit to this. This is kind of zany. It's kind of cool. It's definitely something different. And I think I've got to do the voiceover on this one too, because I think he used, I don't know, I'll tell you in a second. Oh no, good.
Hey everyone, Brandon Petros here, writer and creator of James versus the New World Order. Just to let you know that issue 3 Kickstarter is up and going. The project is 99% complete, so the wait time will be next to nothing. We're hoping to have everything out by late December, early January. So take a look at our packages. Consider purchasing a pledge, and here's some videos of our artwork, a little sneak preview. So enjoy, and I hope you like what you see. Thank you.
Okay, full disclosure, I grew up in like the late 70s. I was very young, but early 80s. I was like, you know, pre-K and stuff, but I still remember the music. So when I hear this, I always think of that time era. Think of black and white televisions and the big bulky cars. This always makes me giggle to hear it. But James versus the New World Order is no joke. It's definitely an amazing concept, and you could definitely see that the creator is not afraid of. Apparently, AMC tickets for Star Wars Last Jedi fan event are now on sale. You can see that it's definitely something different and unique. There's a different little video down here about some creating about it. A trust soldier corrupting the youth. That's just horrible to think about. And it definitely, like, I'm a big fan of Big Brother not being so popular with me. I don't like the idea of an overreaching government. So projects like this always interest me. So this has definitely got me. And I love this Santa Claus thing. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm watching Mr. Robot. And I love to binge watch that because I hate the cliffhangers. I hate having to wait a week. That one I really wish was a Netflix one, so I hate waiting on that one. But James versus the New World Order is definitely something that I'm hooked on. Are you a backer yet? If not, why not? Speaking of amazing projects, let me introduce you to my friend who we're going to call right now. Let's see if Josh is around. This is Josh Dahl. I have tabled with this man. I have shared pizza with this man. He's been a friend of mine for a few years now. I met him at New York Comic Con. And I am part of this project in a loose fashion. I have no creative role in it. I did offer up one of my titles for his Super PAC, and we're going to find out more about that in a few seconds. But first, let's hear from Josh himself in a pre-recorded video.
Okay, I'll be quick. Hi, I'm Josh Dahl. I'm the writer and creator of Rapid City Below Zero, which is a supervillain revenge drama. Together with artist Sean Langley, cover colorist Mike Faulkner, and letterer KJ Kaminsky. We've created the story of Icicle, who is a young supervillain who gets betrayed by another supervillain, has her crew murdered, her boyfriend murdered, and the 5 issues that we're kickstarting the collection of are Act 1 of her revenge. So the issues are written and drawn and published. They're out there. What we want is to fund a print run that'll hopefully last us for the whole year to fund the rest of our endeavors. We've got a lot of great reward levels. We've got the books that are being funded. We've got catch-up books, so if you haven't read the earlier series, you can read that. And the one I'm most excited about is the digital Super PAC, which for one low price, you'll get more than 20 different indie comics from a bunch of different indie creators. And I'll post some links to those around here. And this is a true Kickstarter, and that it is the Kickstart we need to fund the next level of our publishing endeavor, to pay Sean for more art, to pay me for more writing, to pay to get to conventions, to meet people. And we hope you can help us out on this. We hope you enjoy a lot of great comics. And very sincerely, thank you very much for your help.
All right, now, here's the crazy thing. I don't know if you guys know this, because I do videos a lot. When they see Josh's face, they know it's him. Talk about Big Brother. Now, he was talking about that amazing package that is going to be offered, which has tons of different creators on. That is right here, and you guys are going to see the video playing. Now, it's amazing, all the creators in it. You have me with, and they call us monsters. You guys know how much I like that. That was beautifully watercolored by Claudio, or CG Hardeo artist, and Chuck Pinu, Pinu, I always get his name wrong, was my editor on that. So we're very happy to have our work put into this. You have Harold, the happy human hamster, Spelling Taxes. Oh, you guys have heard of Spelling Taxes, I know that. Scrapagoris, Jimmy the Joint. Every time I read that, it makes me crack up. You got and the world began to howl. You got Dolly. You got Between a Rock and a Hard Place. You have Autumn Gray, Santaran, Kid Switch, Healed, and I'm already getting tired of talking. You have Katrina from Russell. You guys know Russell. Russell did Monsters and Other Scary Shit also. Katrina Hates the Dead, great comic book. Demon Bitch, The Dark Reaches Volume 1, The Chair 1 of 4, The Prospects, Josh Black, Joshua Black from Martin Dunn. You guys know Martin Dunn. Wrong Way is also from Martin Dunn. Watson and Holmes issue 1. The Trouble with Love. My good friend Victor Dandridge is now part of the project. The Adventures of GFW, which is a wrestling-themed comic book. Rotten Roots. And Monica Furious, and more to be added. And I do believe that there are more that are going to be added. All those titles, every single one I read, plus the Rapid City collection, you're not going to believe me when I say this. You're not going to believe me when I tell you what the price of it all is. So the price to get all of that, here we go. There it is, $20. $20 to get that. How amazing is that? Isn't that freaking mind-blowing? Aren't you just like, wait, $20 can get me over how many different comic books? Is that 27, 28? That's right, just about 28 titles for $20. That's less than $1 per PDF. And this is also, I've said this, a perfect way to give a gift to a friend who's like, oh, I don't really know if I like indie comics. Here's your chance to get them to like indie comics right away. So, I mean, if you've already backed it, first off, thank you, because Josh Dahl is an amazing creator, and thank you for helping out someone I do consider a good friend. And if you haven't backed it yet, back it, man. This is the moment where you get to catch up on so many amazing things. For some reason, I'm not signed in here, so we're going to see if I can quickly sign in there. Sure, I'll do it through my new Twitter account. I am. Apparently that didn't work well. I am. Can you hear which the keys I'm doing? Is this giving away my password? I am Mr. Anderson on Twitter. Oh man, why is this not working? It's only when you're live. I'm about to start saying it out loud. You guys ever do that when you're doing your password? Actually say it out loud and tell yourself like it's a secret, but you try to do it a little bit lower. I must be typing this wrong because I'm on air. And or I'm using the wrong password, which would be funny. But I don't think I'm using the wrong password. Okay, I give up. I officially give up. Does this have it the right way? Let me try this. Let me try a different password. And if not, we're just gonna. Oh. And it's got to be my other one. Sometimes, especially when you're dyslexic and you're an idiot, like I am both, this is not fun. And then you start trying to hack yourself, and you can never remember because they don't show you the damn password. All right, I give up. Let me see. Maybe I can get send news. Let's see. Yeah, tweeting it. Awesome. We're going to do it on Facebook too, because Josh Dahl is worth the share. Brian L. Hawkins is in the chat room right now. We're about to go talk about his creation, Dreamwalkers, right now. And I don't remember if this video has music that I have to worry about. We're going to find out. I don't think so, though. so now this is an amazing thing. And I remember growing up, we used to spend a lot of time at the Native American fairs that they'd have in upstate New York. And I was always just absolutely enamored by the culture. And I do love what the culture stands for. So just being the fact that it's about Native American Indians instantly got my attention. The artwork is, of course, thrilling. Brian, for those who don't know, Brian is the creator behind, we're going to go up to his pretty picture. Brian is this man right here who's the creator of the American Kingdom, which had the perfect timing to come out right as Trump was elected. And it was an interesting story. What if we never really won our independence, and what if we become a kingdom? And it's still to this day one of the more interesting Kickstarters I've been able to cover. Also, just the timing of it, the way it came out was kind of cool and all that. Brian's definitely a creative dude. I kind of wish that we could get him on a video. If we could get him maybe to come and talk to us about it. I know that we'd love to get Josh Dahl on to talk about his creation. So we're going to see if we can do that. I left Rapid City on, and I think he's actually in the chat room. Maybe we can get Brian to come on too. This is an amazing group of creators. It's definitely a diverse title. We talk about this a lot because I hear about it a lot. I hear about how there aren't enough diverse comics out there. And I don't know where people are looking, but they're certainly not looking in indie comics, because if they're looking in indie comics, they would certainly see how many amazing diverse titles there are for us in the indie comic market. For now, while I wait, maybe see if we can get Josh on for a few minutes, because I know he's super busy. We're going to take a look at the Autism Awareness R4A. This is an amazing group of creators, and you guys can see that they're reading a magazine right there. That magazine, let's see if we can get the actual picture up. That was a magazine where they were featured in. So the R4A unit, which has been renamed by, or allowed to be renamed actually by the LucasArts themselves, is an actual R2-D2 replica. But this droid is all about bringing awareness to cons. So they travel around from convention to convention to bring R4AU and to start the discussion about what autism is and how autism is affecting our culture, and how it's not necessarily something that's a horrible, bad thing, but it's something that we need to be educated about. In our lifetime, every one of us will be affected by someone who is autistic, and you might not even realize who is autistic in your life. So the more you can, understand about autism, probably the better we'll all be. Not just that, but it's also good to understand part of our culture. There are going to be a lot of autistic people in our culture. It's becoming something that we cannot ignore. So you guys can help them bring this amazing R4AU unit from different conventions. We're going to try to see if we can blow this one up too. And the biggest goal right now, by selling these patches that are available directly from them or at any convention I'm at, I always have them with me, but all proceeds from that go directly to them so they can get to Dragon Con 2018. This is the beautiful droid here. After you're done watching Star Wars, make sure that you guys are getting a patch and show it off, man. Show off how much of a, not only Star Wars fan you are, but a social warrior, as they call it now. I don't know where that came from, but that's what they call them. But definitely, I mean, it's a cute droid. I look forward to meeting. I have not met R4AU in person. I'm definitely going to try to meet him this year. I got to talk with Melissa about where we can meet up. They're doing some amazing events. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be donating Jax the Anderson a bunch of copies. Probably next week I'll ship them out for their upcoming event, because I want them to be able to raise money to be able to get to Dragon Con, and they get invited to shows. So I'm very cool. Not very cool, but very excited, I should say. Cool got me with the R4A unit. Every time I see him, I think he's cool. I want to play with the remote. But this is a great group. It's a great cause. Autism is not going away. It's something that, everyone faces now. I am being asked if I have a minute. You guys can see I get messages throughout the day. Ryan Palmer, great creator. Hopefully it's nothing terribly important that I'm putting off, but I am live right now. So I'm going to give you guys my attention. Do you want to tag off? Okay. Josh, where are you, Josh? I think Josh is busy. I'll check out what Ryan had to say in a few minutes, but this is definitely something awesome. And remember, you can give these patches out for Christmas. You know, everyone's affected. Every family knows someone who's now affected by autism, and this is a great way to show support. Buy a couple patches for you and your friends. Check it out today. And that dragon, I forgot that actual magazine, I forgot the name of it, but you can actually check it out online. It's a really interesting article, and I suggest reading it. We're going to check out the Dragon Troll World Chronicles right now. As soon as it decides to play. Anytime now. It's not like we're live. It's not like people are watching right now and I can just edit this. Take your time. It's okay, video. I know you've had a long day of people watching you. Come on. It's like watching paint dry. All right, guys, here we go.
I cannot remember ever feeling this cold. Maybe it's because I've done this shit too long. When did my clothes first stink of death? When did I start hating the light? Stopped hearing the screams of my victims. Items, they call them. When was the exact moment I detached myself from the rest of the world and stopped feeling responsibility or remorse for the things I've done? The life I've led for all these years has sanded away the meat, the bone, and the marrow, until only cold hard steel remains. And how long until that too is gone? I'm not even sure who or what I am anymore. What's the job?
It's nothing really. There's a ship arriving at the eastern landing pad tomorrow morning. Inside is a rare creature, usually the more wealthy trolls who want something more exotic than the average Temujin keep them for pets. The one our buyer wants is a female font. All you have to do is deliver her to me.
So, did you quit yet or what?
Does it look like I quit? Ain't you finished yet? I don't have all day.
Well, that's for the politicians to work out, isn't it? I am just the ambassador. I am just here to promote goodwill. I'm not in charge of negotiations.
Did you receive the gifts I sent?
Yes, my wife quite enjoyed the Endorian wine, and my little girl found the spider monkey charming. She's always wanted a puppy. I guess you could consider it Goth's version of a puppy, couldn't you?
Yes, I sent it especially for her. Personally, I love children.
Don't we all? Well, I'll probably be meeting with you tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.
Until then.
All right, guys, so how awesome is that? I had to go check on Jax the Anderson for a minute. CEO still getting over a cold, but it is amazing. Melissa had said, great job, Rob. Thanks as always. Hey, man, I do what I can. I got the good announcer's voice. I'm also told I have looks for behind the camera, too. So it works out. Dragon Troll, speaking of looks, is all about trolls. But also, you can see there's like an interesting backdrop. I love this kind of stuff, man. I love the creativity in it. I am impressed by it. Please do help out. You know, it definitely a lot of energy went into this, a lot of creativity. Great characters. We're going to have them on Kickstarter talk last rights next week, but obviously they need to make more than $50. Please help them. by supporting them today, taking a look at it. There was a longer video I'm trying to see, and I'm sorry about the fast scroll. I hate looking at it myself. I want to see if the longer video is still here, but you guys can see the creative team behind it in the bottom. So, no, it's not here anymore, but it definitely, I mean, it's an amazing project. Check it out today. Ryan Palmer says, dude, Dragon Troll Chronicles is Macabre and exciting. Wowie fuckballs. I enjoyed that. Wowie fuckballs. I want that as a bumper sticker. I have never heard anyone put wowie fuckballs together. I love that. I think I'm going to use that probably too much. My wife's probably going to hate you for that because I'm going to use wowie fuckballs for everything. My son will probably wind up learning how to say it as he's right next to me right now. And he likes to use curse words recently. Seems to be his favorite thing to talk. When you want him to get to talk, he talks using curse words. And surprisingly well, like he's nailing their use. We wish he was going to be silent about cursing, though. And speaking of silent, let's go into the Silent Descendants. As you can hear him in the background, Jax wants to be on video. He's got a big smile using his voice. All right, guys, here we go.
Hello, my name is Daquan Kane, and I'm the creator of The Silent Descendants. For 16 years since the age of 10, I've worked hard on these characters and their story from their inception, and the day has finally come to share it all with you guys. The story centers around the Dark Furies, a New York family and several of their friends as they cope with the tragic effects of a deadly school bombing which killed their patriarch and soon-to-be in-law. After the main character, Hayden Darkfury, accidentally unleashes an ancient mysticism that embeds itself into he, his sister Sarah, and 5 of their friends, they form a vigilante initiative to bring the local gang behind the bombing to justice. However, not counting on the task proving to be more difficult than originally imagined, or the frustration that will come along with having to cooperate with one another. Filling the roster are 7 interesting young men and women. Fire Fury, also known as Hayden Darkfury, the team leader. Tack, also known as Max Ford IV, the second in command. Starshock, also known as Rachel Jane Jones, the hacker. Defier and Deck, also known as Evan Cowles and Sarah Darkfury, the reconnaissance pair. Bolger, the ethicist, and Grunge, the street expert. As the creator of this story and universe, this book is completely written by myself, and aiding me in my journey are 4 talented gentlemen. Rolf Houston, the cover artist, Felix Morales, the interior artist, Jesse Peavy, the colorist, and Desi Cienti, the letterer. While the story has been mapped out for this first entry and beyond, this project needs your assistance with production, promotion, and talent fees. As rewards for your help, I've created several incentives: the physical 100-page book, a PDF of the book, 9 postcards, a thank you inside of the acknowledgement section, over 30 11x17 prints, a copy of the 100-page script, and a 1-page written sneak peek at the next chapter of the team's saga. It's been a long 16-year journey, and I'm so proud of this project and these characters of mine. I hope that you're all impressed with what you see and I'm grateful for all of your support. Thank you and take care. Also, please be sure to check out the new free visual album now at daquankane.com.
Now, how awesome is that? Sorry about the Vegas. Chris, you missed it. We put it on, but Chris, congratulations on that amazing video, man. We watched Vegas Baby at the very beginning because time's running out on the Kickstarter. It's also part of our other thing. I was very impressed by your video. Very, very, very cool, man. The Silent Descendants has very, very cool art in it as well. And 16 years of crafting a story, man. Wow. Wow, 16 years. That's an amazing amount of time to be dedicated to this. I definitely am looking forward to reading it. Please, please help support this. Amazing creator behind it. He's definitely on my Christmas list for good guys. 23 days to go. Let's make sure we get this funded. As I was saying, Chris Ward is in our chat room. I just told him that we covered Vegas Baby at the very beginning. We're very thrilled by it. For now, we saw this last night on WSN News, and for now, we're going to look at it now. This is Star Claus. It's a Swampline Comics production. A long time ago in a birdhouse far, far away. Star Claus! Da-da-da-da-da. It's a period of civil war and terrible puns. It's also a period where the galaxy is populated entirely by birds for some reason. Anyway, there's some good birds, some bad birds, and even some robo-birds. How cool is that? Action, adventure, thrills, spills, epic space battles with awesome laser swords. Wow, someone really should film this. Star Wars, you say? What a coincidence. This is a book called Star Claus. You were warned about those puns. So sit back, relax, grab a birdseed, and revisit the classic trilogy in this egg-tastic version. This is Star Claus. And you guys can see that all of the classic Star Wars characters have indeed been made birds. And it's freaking cool. I loved what Robot Chicken did with Star Wars. I absolutely loved what Family Guy did with. As a matter of fact, I got into Family Guy because of a clip of Stewie beating up Ryan. But right after that clip of Stewie beating up Ryan, we watched the original Star Wars trilogy that they redid, and it was awesome. So these types of things are awesome. I'm wondering if there's a bird laying an egg because they get scared. I'm completely just, I can't wait to read this one. This one's got me. It had funded on its first day on Kickstarter, so congratulations. Very, very thrilled by the art in this. Of course, Kim Roberts is doing this. Swampline Productions, always amazing creators. This is another one. I can't wait till it gets to Kickstarter last right so I can talk about it and talk about it. And I want to see if I can get Kim Roberts to answer some questions. Jax wants to see the new Star Wars film. You can hear him complaining in the background. I told him we're going to go try to see it tomorrow. That's right. We're going to try to do Star Wars tomorrow because all you guys ruin shit online. Freaking spoilers. I can't not watch it now. I have to go watch it or you'll ruin it. Star Claus. And as Jax runs around behind us, we're going to check out The Globals from Vince White. Now, I believe this is another video, Vince, that I have to talk and narrate through because Vince is using a song that I'm not even sure I can say out loud for copyright reasons. But you guys can check it out on your own time. I can't. Oh, wait. No, wait. I was wrong. We can watch this short.
Welcome to IDN. My name is Margaret Ann Gates, and this is Interdime News, your news from every dime. Yesterday marked the 7th year anniversary and total global unification for Earth Dime 10. Under the leadership of the United Nationalists, the world superhumans have unified the entire world's governments into one global nation. Such a feat took the toppling of all nation-states, governments, and elected officials, willing or unwilling. The United Nationalists, leader and strongest superhuman of this Earth, stated, and I quote, "Such an act was necessary to bring total peace to the world. Religion and certain literature has been outlawed, and all language has been unified into English. Despite a small terrorist group movement called the Resistance, 99% of the world's population has embraced this newfound utopia. Now, in other news, Weavergate technology has made it easier for citizens to traverse the Powerverse and all its known dimes. Interdime vacationing has become a boom. Power Industries of Earth Dime 1 has announced that its corporate hero and heir, Will Power, will be undertaking a meet and greet to tour all known 10 dimes.
Now that's probably going to be important.
Basketball season.
That's going to be important, I'm sure, going forward. You now have the ability for Powerverse to be able to interact with the different interdimensions that they have created. Vegas Baby, obviously, is going to be involved in that. We could probably see POM, Pieces of Me, from Marcel Dupree, possibly get involved in this. It definitely gives exciting abilities for the future. This is a song that I can't play, so you guys are going to hear me narrate from that. Vince, please use copyright stuff or send me a script. But this week, like I said, in the past, I actually have something loaded. On my tablet, I can now read to you guys things that they actually read. So give me a second. I'm going to call it up. And here we go. Just waiting for it to load. Okay. Oh, there it is. Globalist. Okay. So I don't know why, but every time you instantly go to it on the Kickstarter, it brings you to the rewards instead of the actual campaign. All right, so wanting to put an end to conflict, hunger, and endless wars, the League of Nations superheroes rebelled. Biting the hand that feeds them, they took control and waged what they called the one and final war against all the world. Led by the empowered human named the United Nationalists, the superhumans won. Their United Nations now controls the Earth of Dime 10. However, a small breed, and this is what I'm reading, however, a small breed of resistance fighting for freedom, but due to the new united propaganda campaigns, 90% of the world believe these rebels are terrorists. Despite the rebels' attempt to regain power, the superhuman UN reigns holds fast. They believe their conquest has truly brought the peace to the planet. No more religion, only patriotism. Man now speaks only one language. Esperanto. One voice, one nation, Earth, one. The power of the one through the strength of the all. Peace through unity. So that's an interesting concept. Reminds me of the Justice League. What was that movie where there was the crime syndicate one, but not the crime syndicate one, the other one where they were actually just crazy and overbearing and overstepping. Forgot the name of it off the top of my head, but it was funny to see the two Batmans go against each other. But that's what it reminds me of, and it's a good point. What are you willing to give up to live in peace? How much are you willing to blindly follow to have peace reign supreme? And we're going to find out in Globalists their take on this very question and what happens when superheroes tell us how to live. Finally, on today's program, but not least, and certainly not anything but spectacular, is Victoria Black.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming in and checking out my Victoria Black.
We have lost the picture. Bear with us. We're going to restart that video. There we go.
Right. Thank you for coming in and checking out my Victoria Black Kickstarter. We have great rewards for you, and we have original art that we will be giving away in the higher tier. My name is Bradley Golden. I'm the creator and the writer. The artist is Dan Garcia. The letterer is Jamie Mendoza, and the colorist is Mimo Regalado. It will be published through my company, Second Sight Studios. We are asking for your donations to help bring issue 1 to life. And all pledges will also go towards the making of issue 2.
Let me see if we can get back where we belong. Okay. I'm not sure everyone got to see the video, so I'm going to play it in regular form.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in and checking out my Victoria Black Kickstarter. We have great rewards for you, and we have original art that we will be giving away in the higher tier. My name is Bradley Golden. I'm the creator and the writer. The artist is Dan Garcia. The letterer is Jamie Mendoza, and the colorist is Mino Regalado. It will be published through my company, Second Sight Studios. We are asking for your donations to help bring issue 1 to life. And all pledges will also go towards the making of issue 2.
And now for the 10 to the 15 of you still watching, I'm going to go through the list. But first, if it loads, we're going to just take a quick look back at Josh Dahl.
I have 3 minutes to record.
Okay. Okay, I'll be quick. Hi, I'm Josh Dahl. I'm the writer and creator of Rapid City Below Zero, which is a supervillain revenge drama. Together with artist Sean Langley, cover colorist Michael Faulkner, and letterer KJ Kaminsky. We created the story of Icicle, who is a young supervillain who gets betrayed by another supervillain, has her crew murdered, her boyfriend murdered, and the 5 issues that we're kickstarting the collection of are Act 1 of her revenge. So the issues are written and drawn and published. They're out there. What we want is to fund a print run that'll hopefully last us for the whole year to fund the rest of our endeavors. We've got a lot of great reward levels. We've got the books that are being funded. We've got catch-up books, so if you haven't read the earlier series, you can read that. And the one I'm most excited about is the Digital Super Pack, which for one low price, you'll get more than 20 different indie comics from a bunch of different indie creators. And I'll post some links to those around here. And this is a true Kickstarter, and that it is the Kickstart we need to fund the next level of our publishing endeavor, to pay Sean for more art, to pay me for more writing, to pay to get to conventions, to meet people. And we hope you can help us out on this. We hope you enjoy a lot of great comics. And very sincerely, thank you very much for your help.
Guys, Josh Dahl, my friend, and one day, hopefully, co-creator. I would love to work on something with Josh Dahl. But now is the time in the program where we go to writtensins.com and we wait for it to load. I don't know what's going on with my load time today on my internet. My son must be on YouTube doing something. But once it loads, we're going to be able to go through what we call This Week in Indie Comics. It is our list of everything fantastic on Kickstarter, plus this show. And the corresponding show. We're going to reload this page because clearly something's gone wrong. Ooh, yeah. Apparently it shrunk. So in reloading it, it shrunk. Wait. Here it is. Okay, so there we go. Kickstarter Talk is live. We're live right now, December 13, 2017. Give some indie comics for Christmas. That's right. I said it. This is the perfect Christmas gift, especially Josh Dahl's digital pack. You can email it, save on shipping to the people in your life. Give them something amazing, give them the digital pack. Buy it 10 times and tell Josh Dahl you've given it to 10 different people. Support indie comics by giving it for gifts. The Written Sins Comic Highway rolls through the holiday season. This is the last weekend before the holiday weekend, including the fact that this might be the last weekend we actually do a show. No, we'll do a show after Christmas, but this might be the last show that we just filmed yesterday before. And just as a heads up, guys, we'll be now filming the Written Sins Comic-Con Highway on Mondays. Then we're going to re-promote it on Wednesday, and then we'll re-promote it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We talked about how amazing you can be by giving the R4AU patch for Christmas gifts to show your support of autism awareness. We talked about how $1, one single dollar, show support, attracts attention, help funds projects, supports indie comics, and help create new worlds. That's how powerful a single dollar can be on Kickstarter. We talked about you joining the Veterans Life, trying to make the holiday season joyful for all veterans. We saw what was so electrifying about Saw. Yes, I did a pun there. We saw through the creator's brand new video just why Vegas Baby is so strong. Argo 5 gave us more than 5 reasons to back this amazing Kickstarter. Niobe is bringing sexy back. with The Night Before, Burp and Kiss, now on Kickstarter until December 22nd. Act fast. Hit Blackjack by going on Kickstarter right now and backing Blackjack. That's right, you score big by getting this amazing comic. James versus the New World Order is all about defeating people telling you how to live and how to be and who to be. Back it today. Rapid City Below Zero, #1. That's the gift to give this holiday season because they have that super pack with over 24 indie comic book titles for just $20. It's insanity. It is Black Friday every day. It is only available until December 27th. Act fast. This time is running out. Take a walk with the Dreamwalkers. It's a new breed of hero in the long-forgotten world that comes to life in this Native American thriller by Enjoy Comics Publishing, LLP. Come help support the Dragon-Trolled World Chronicles. It's new to Kickstarter. Well, semi-new now, but still, you can help them launch off and hopefully make a sequel to this amazing 1920s black and white gangster film that is fully animated and voice acted. The Silent Descendants are breaking their silence on Kickstarter. This 16-year project in the making is there for you to support, so get on it. On a faraway platform known as the Kickstarter. Posted not so long ago, Star Claus gained pledges daily, and you can be one of those pledges, but only until January 11, 2018. The globalists are trying to tell you how to live. What side will you be on? The superheroes who are godlike and just trying to keep you safe, or the rebels who want to be able to do whatever the hell they want, whenever the hell they want, and not have superheroes telling them how to live. Which side are you on? Back the globalist and pick a side today. And finally, Victoria Black brings to life New York City in just an amazing fashion. We had that creator, Bradley, answer some questions. In fact, they were deadly questions. 7 deadly Kickstarter questions. Check out Written Sins on more of this amazing project. We have some time until that goes off, January 26th, but we want to make sure that we get them funded by the new year. So share that project with your sharing of your holiday joy. Happy Hanukkah, day 2 of the Festival of Lights. We will see you next week for what might be our 2-week. We might be filming next week's and repeating it during the Christmas holiday week, as Written Sins is taking a week off, and we're going to be doing some cool stuff and re-showing some highlights. And we might even talk about the year of 2017 a lot more and not do any live things, but we'll see then. Tune in next week, Wednesday, same time, same Batty channel, YouTube, Facebook, and even, I think it's still filming. I'll have to check now, Twitter. Thank you for tuning in, guys. You've been great. And make sure to spend at least $1 this week on a Kickstarter.